Now we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with Natasha.
You are listening to the FeustelFIT Health and Fitness Show every Tuesday 1 till 3 p.m. with Nicola Feustel.
Okay, welcome. And I'm joined by Natasha Murray. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm just speaking to this one as well. You all right today, yeah?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
Okay, so tell me about yourself, Natasha. I know that you're a fitness model, you're a mum, you run NGM modelling company and quite a few other things as well. So what is it that you don't do?
Yeah, I have about 6 jobs, so I like to keep busy. My main business is NGM Models. We represent fitness models globally. I've just actually opened my books to fashion and commercial models, so now we're a bit more mainstream. That's my main business, and then I've recently launched a model academy to help aspiring models further their careers and point them in the right direction. And then, yes, I've got 3 different clothing ranges. I write for a couple of magazines and I judge lots of fitness shows. And then I'm launching my own show, which will be November the 28th. And it's a modelling and fitness competition. So many exciting things going at the moment.
That is exciting. You must be very busy, and you're also a mum as well, aren't you?
Yeah, but I think that's my hardest job probably.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
a single mum, but it's also my motivation. So because I have to do the jobs of 2 people, and
I imagine. And so what's your day-to-day life like?
I work from home mainly, so I do the school run, I do all the mum's bits, I have to fit in my training. I do work very long hours. I usually wake up at 6 to get my son ready for school, and I work all day. I usually finish after midnight and then start again the next day. Yeah, so I'm very focused though. I'm very focused on my business. I don't have much time off. But I'll retire early.
And you also obviously keep yourself very trim and fit all year round. How do you manage to do that?
I usually train twice a day, every day, and I have one, I won't say rest day, I have an active recovery day, so I'll do something more low intensity, and I've done that for years without a break, and I've actually had some time off my training and diet for the first time ever. And I've had 4 months off. I've eaten
just recently.
Yeah, and it's been really nice. I'm looking forward to getting back to my routine. But I've had 4 months off my diet. I've eaten, I suppose like a normal person. I haven't really trained that much. But I also think, it's good to have a break sometimes.
Yeah, certainly mentally as well as physically.
Yeah, and just with my work commitments at the moment, my training and diet has taken a bit of a back burner. But diet starts Monday.
Okay, lots of people have a diet that starts on Monday.
Yeah, always it's got to be a Monday.
So talking about diet though, you advise people as well with show diets, don't you, in preparation? Yeah,
but it's something we do at NGM, and we're also launching NGM Aesthetics, which will be a show team for anyone who wants to compete of all different levels, or even if you don't want to compete but you want to get that fitness model body. So that's something that I'm doing now, and from bikini girls up to bodybuilders, fitness models.
Is it always females or males?
No, both really, both.
Okay, so what sort of diet do you recommend?
I like to use, I follow quite an organic diet. I also don't like the use of a lot of supplements. I work with a supplement company which is all organic. It's 98.3% protein, and there's no artificial sweeteners, because a lot of things we use nowadays have got so many chemicals in them. And I recently had a big overhaul of my diet and threw out all my supplements, mainly because my parents got cancer, and I started looking at diet from a different way, and looking at things that that there's a lot of things in food, processed stuff that even fitness models eat that's not necessarily good. So I do recommend quite a paleo based organic diet.
So for people that are listening, paleo is more the caveman diet.
Yeah. I'm not strict, I'm not strict with, I probably wouldn't have as many of the sugars that paleo dieters have if I was on prep. But I think that if we can keep food as natural as we can. I mean, I don't, and it's something we can implement at home as well. My little boy doesn't eat anything processed unless we're going out or he's at a party. He eats similar to me. I buy meat, I buy veg, and I buy, healthy carbs. And I don't make, everything I make is from scratch.
Mm-hmm. So when you say you've had 4 months off, what do you mean by that then?
I've had 4 months off, just enjoying life a little bit too much.
It's just sort of not weighing and measuring.
Yeah, not weighing and measuring. I still try and be healthy. I have been out, I've eaten pizza, and I have had a bit of a break because you have to kind of, have a bit of good and a bit of bad. It doesn't do you any harm.
But to keep an all year round body, what would you say you have to do?
Usually that's what I do. I usually keep in shape all the time so that I know that I can be ready for photo shoot within 2 weeks.
So the diet's sort of like 80%, or what would you say?
I would say definitely 80%, yeah. But I also, I eat quite a lot on my diet because I think that you get a better look when you train into a physique rather than diet into a physique. You get a much fuller look.
And you must have seen lots of looks. Obviously, you're a judge at bodybuilding shows, so you know what to look for in people.
Yeah, I think I with my clients, I always they're always shocked at the amount of food that I give them. Being on a diet doesn't mean you have to starve yourself or eat tiny portions of chicken and asparagus 6 times a day. I don't do that. I eat a lot, and I look at some of the guys and I think, geez, I eat more than you. So, it doesn't have to be regimented, I don't think.
Okay, and with your magazine articles, do you advise on nutrition?
Yeah, I do a magazine article, and I do diet nutrition tips, and I put a recipe of the month. And
have you got any quick tips for the listeners?
The thing that helps me stay on track when I'm on a diet, I chart everything. I make a diet chart, and it makes you accountable. I think that's the best thing. I can diet without it, and I stick it on my fridge. And if I'm good, I get a tick or a smiley face. If I'm bad, I get an angry face. So that really works. That really, really works. It works for me. And then, food diaries as well are quite good. But I think there's you've got to be careful that it doesn't come to a point of obsession. Yeah. If you do slip on your diet, it doesn't matter, enjoy the donut or whatever and start again tomorrow. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah. And with your clothing range, what inspired your clothing range?
My NGM Models range is my first range, and we launched that at Body Power a few years ago. And I never planned on having a clothing range, but we were walking around at Body Power the year before that, I think it's 2012 or 2011, and everyone kept coming up to me and my model saying, I really want that top, where can I get one? So I thought, well, people obviously want to represent my brand, so I started selling the NGM Models range. We launched that at Body Power, and then my next range is Gym Disciple. That's got a bit more of a story behind it. My dad passed away just over a year ago from lung cancer, and I lost all motivation. I didn't want to go to the gym, and I went to the gym one evening and I was on the treadmill, and Faithless, God is a DJ, came on, and the lyrics, it's this is where I heal my hurt. And so that kind of inspired me for my clothing range, Gym Disciple, and the slogan is, the gym is my church, and on the back it says, this is where I heal my hurt. And that, for me, the gym is like therapy. It's a place where a lot of people go to So I sponsor 12 Gym Disciples, sponsored athletes, and each one comes from a different background. They've all got stories. Some of them are disability bodybuilders, or I've got one that's battled alcohol and drug addiction, and it's all about surviving and using fitness as a tool to help you overcome whatever obstacles.
Which is really interesting to hear, and I'm sure a lot of people listening will have similar stories at home, and knowing that you can do something with fitness will really help them. Definitely. So in terms of your modelling, when did you become a fitness model?
I started modelling, I think my first shoot, and it wasn't fitness at all. My first shoot, I think I was 15, it's for Vidal Sassoon. And I'd always done more beauty, commercial, and I weighed less than £100, so I was very, very skinny. The fitness thing it's more of a recent thing. So I modelled bikinis, but not in a fitness way. And it's only in the last few years, really, that my focus changed to fitness rather than fashion and commercial.
And I guess with the modelling and the way people used to see things about being skinny, you know, is the way that you should look. And I saw on your website that you battled with eating disorders as well, and then got into fitness and changed your body in a healthy way. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
I came out of a dysfunctional marriage, I suppose. I got married quite young, and I when I left my husband, I was like 6 stone. So I was 4.5 stone lighter than I am now.
Wow.
And I never trained. I did cardio occasionally. I would hardly eat. I'd cut up an apple and think, right, I'll separate that through the day, make it last, and live on Diet Coke. And I left my old life, and I just thought, right, okay, you've got a chance to start again from scratch with absolutely nothing. You don't know what you're going to do for a job, you know. I didn't really know who I was. I didn't have an identity, and I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. I was so insecure. And I saw it as a chance to kind of start my life from scratch and think, you can be whoever you want to be. So I thought, well, if I'm going to be anyone, I might as well make her really strong. So I started at the gym, and which was scary because there's all these bodybuilders and stuff, and it's just little me. And I found that the heavier the weights I lifted, I grew in confidence, and more than physical, I think you become mentally strong. And that's kind of
pushing through the pain.
Yeah, absolutely, and it does toughen you up, you know, and it makes you stronger physically, mentally, and also the diet that I started. I met a girl that was in the same industry, and I started the diet, and I learnt so much about nutrition, so here I am now, I suppose.
So, how did you set up the NGM models?
I'd worked for quite a lot of modelling agencies before, and not all fantastic. There's so many rogue companies out there that will take your money and promise of work that never delivers. And because I just moved into the fitness industry, I noticed that there wasn't really another agency for fitness types. And so I think there's a few now, but and we were one of the first. And it's been going really well. And now I'm going back to my roots a little bit and opening the doors for fashion models and commercial as well. So we are covering a more of a broader spectrum.
And when did you start NGM?
About 4 years ago.
Okay, and how do people get into modelling? Have you got any tips?
I think the first thing to do would be I would have some shoots, not paid for shoots. I'd look for time for prints photographers that will offer you photo shoot experience and free pictures in return for your time. Obviously, make sure that they're reputable and that you've read reviews. I think that's a good way to start, because modelling might not be for you. It's like everything, you have to practice, and then from there build up a portfolio. I run model workshops in the UK, and you can come and build a portfolio, and I give my model cadets ongoing support. Or I also run Model Academy trips to Marbella. I'm going on one in 2 weeks, and aspiring models and competitors come over for a week of really healthy living, a bit of model luxury as well.
It's a bit like a boot camp.
It is a boot camp. It's not, no one marches you out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's really relaxed, and we stay in a luxury villa, and we go to some beautiful places. We show them a bit of the Marbella lifestyle as well. And then each day we photo shoot on a different theme. We have one day which is movement based. We have another day which is for your headshot. Another day that's fitness, and another day that's fashion. And we work with all the best makeup artists and photographers. My photographers are Alex Whiteman and Jamie Bellhouse. And by the end of the week, they've got a portfolio that covers every single aspect of modelling. And then,
brilliant. So then they can take that to agency, I guess.
And also I don't promise to sign everyone that comes. They're not all models. For some of them, it's confidence building, I think.
And so it's just having that portfolio.
Yeah, but for
pictures.
some people that do actually want, serious model career, I can either point them in the right direction. I've actually signed several that have come on the holiday. On the last trip, I had a young guy called Daniel who came, and I signed him to my agency during the holiday. And he's had about 4 magazine spreads since, so he's doing really well. So it works.
So who can go on these holidays? Is it anybody?
Yeah, absolutely anyone. No, anyone. It's open to anyone over 18, because there is occasionally alcohol involved.
Yeah.
But it's all different types as well. The next trip, I've got such a huge range of people, from professional models, people that have never done a shoot, to women in their 40s that would just like the pictures, and also posing practice and things like that. That's confidence building and helps you feel sexy as a guy or as a woman. And they'll go back with beautiful images, and that all their friends can be wowed at, and it makes them feel good. So more than anything, it's about feeling good.
And in terms of posing practice, do you teach posing as well?
I don't personally. Now I do on my model workshops and on my holidays, but I don't teach it personally. But it's something that once again we'll be offering with NGM Aesthetics. We'll be doing special posing days.
Okay, and you've also got your event coming up, haven't you, on the 28th of November. Yeah. Tell us about that. That's the
Classic. The MW Classic, yes. That's it's a whole new type of show. It's not really been done before. It's to bring, I suppose, a bikini fitness category together with the evening wear traditional rounds of some of the quite famous beauty pageants. And it's very modern. We do encourage women of all shapes and sizes with tattoos. We are quite a forward thinking competition. It's about celebrating the modern woman, and we've got 4 categories.
So it's only for women?
Yep, all for women. We will probably, shouldn't really say this, but we should probably do one next year for guys.
Is this the first one? This is
the first ever, and we've got 4 age classes. We've got women that have entered from 18 up to 58. And it is selection. It's selection only, but you can apply, and then, if selected, you compete. It's at the Crown Plaza in Essex, which is a fantastic venue as well. So it's not just a competition.
What do you have to do?
You can apply on our website. Can I say the website? Yep.
Yep.
It's www.themwclassic.com. You can apply on there. And we still have spaces at the moment. We've still got about 20 spaces left, so do apply quickly if anyone wants to apply. And it's not just a competition though. I started the show with my partners because we felt that every woman wants to feel beautiful. They want the big dress. They might not get married and have the big dress and the glamour, and we wanted to create an event that really opulent, where the guests could dress up as well. So it's a black tie event, and it's champagne waiter service, black tie for even the guests. It's a red carpet event. We've got quite a few celebrities turning up. The ladies will compete in their bikini round, and then also in their evening wear round. And then it's a Christmas ball, because it's near Christmas.
Yeah, everyone's starting their Christmas parties already.
So we invite people if they want to come.
So if you haven't booked your Christmas party yet,
absolutely.
This is an option.
So it's tables of 10, and we've got tables from sapphire tables up to diamond tables, which are the VIP ones.
So what's the actual competition? What are people competing for?
They're competing for, lots of prizes. There'll be a winner from each category, so in each age category, and then there'll be the overall that will take the title and the tiara and the sash. They'll also be winning a place on my holiday, which is worth £1,600. They will also become the face of my clothing brand, which is Train Dirty, and magazine exposure. we're in talks with television companies at the moment. So, and then there's all the other prizes that are given by all our other sponsors, not by me. So,
that sounds like a really fun evening.
It is, yes.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Well, yes. So I'm excited to see you on stage.
Yeah, me too.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so for you, Natasha, what's next? Obviously, you're doing lots at the moment. What's coming up for you?
In the short-term kind of future, my next on the list is Pure Elite, obviously, and the MW Classic, and my holiday. And then I think I'm going to have a week off.
Oh, just a week.
Yeah, just a week. Just a week, probably over Christmas, and that's about it. And then next year I launch my full model academy in the UK. We'll be running workshops up and down the UK in 6 different cities, and we'll be expanding my holidays, which now run to Marbella. We'll be expanding to America and South Africa. And I suppose the hard work starts next year, so we'll see.
Oh, it sounds like you're pretty much stuck into the hard work already.
Yeah, but
seem very busy.
So it will pay off though eventually. It will pay off eventually, I'm sure.
Yep. So if anybody wants more information, they go to the website.
Yep.
www.themwclassic.com,
or you can check out my website, which is www.ngmmodels.com.
And on Facebook and Twitter?
Yep, we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and my own website, natasha-murray.co.uk.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll also be putting those on Twitter, so if anybody wants to follow in and catch those. And just finally, Natasha, who inspires you?
I think, to be honest, my son is my inspiration, because whenever I'm tired or I look at him and I realise why I'm doing everything. But from the fitness industry, I would say the people that inspire me aren't so much the, perfect agileists that step on stage. I'm inspired by the disabled person that goes into the gym and then gets on stage, or the women that have lost 7, 8, 9 stone and turn their life around. And because then I kind of look at myself and I think, do you know what was my excuse? Why aren't I in the gym? I haven't had a leg blown off or anything. I don't have an excuse. So I think that's what inspires me mainly.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
No worries. Thank you.